Hello, everyone. Welcome to our stream today. I'm Tim Cullings, Director of Operations for Global Game Jam, and hope you're having a great day, morning, night, or whatever time it is in your part of the world. And thanks for joining us for Global Game Jam Online. We have over 22,000 jammers signed up at 585 virtual sites in 104 countries. Still time to join us and jam along with us at globalgamejam.org. Today we have Nicholas joining us from our sponsor, Virtuos. Why don't you take a minute to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what Virtuos is and does and how you got involved with Global Game Jam.
Hi, Tim, and thanks to all the jammers. My name is Nicholas Rodzinski. I'm a lead game designer at Virtuos Paris. We are one of the largest global game developer with more than 2,000 people, with 13 offices, including France, Ireland, China, Vietnam, USA, Canada, and Singapore. In Paris, we are specialized in video game engineering services and gameplay co-development for PC and console. And I would say it's the first time we organize a global game jam for China, France, Singapore, and Ireland. So we are really, really happy.
Yeah, that's really cool. Can you talk about maybe some of the projects you've worked on or current ones that you're working on?
Yeah, there are a ton of. Thank you. The great chance we have is we can work on many AAA games. We have been worked on recently Avengers, Horizon Zero Dawn, PUBG, Last of Us 2, Valorant, Doom Eternal, Demon's Souls Remake, COD Black Ops, and many more. And here in Paris, we have been working on Avengers for co-development for enemies and bosses, and Horizon Zero Dawn for the adaptation. And we also aim to go to our own production. So it's still unannounced, but it is a project that we have started recently.
Oh, cool. So you're working on your own titles as well, just besides others?
Yes, we start. It is a great job to work with and for others, but we start to have the desire and the opportunity to make our own game. So why not?
Yeah, why not? Indeed. I mean, speaking of making your own games, we have people all around the world making their own games this weekend with us. For 48 hours around our theme of Lost and Found. What sort of drew your company Virtuos into getting involved with Global Game Jam, and what are you looking to hopefully get out of being involved?
That is exactly what we say. Resonate with our philosophy is like we really value creativity, and we really believe that it is a synergy with our clients, with the players, and with the passionate team members. So participating to the Global Game Jam feels just natural, and also many people in our studios where we want to participate. So we say, hey, why not be fully active?
Yeah, that's great. So what is the development scene like over in Paris, I guess? Is that where you're located, or?
So we are located in Paris, and sorry, see if I don't fully understand the question about the game development in Paris. Please repeat the question. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I just meant, are there a lot of different game development groups that get together for hackathons and game jams regularly, and sort of what is the culture like there between the different developers?
Yeah, there are a lot of people that used to participate to Global Game Jam, Ludum there, and we already test to do a game jam internally. So we're really happy to be part of the Global Game Jam this year. It's really something that we want to foster and to have some opportunity sometime to just make game for the own purpose of making games and having fun for this short time. But I think it's really full of lessons, and just having fun. Back to the root of making games,
Yeah, totally. That's really a great thing about Global Game Jam is the creativity that comes out of it and the lack. I mean, you have the constraints of a lack of time, but less constraints of needing to make something like a viable business product that you have to worry about coming out of a jam. You're just kind of let your creativity fly and make whatever you want, really, based on the theme and what you're able to come up with in the 48 hours here.
Yeah, and I would say that what I was saying earlier, just to you, that the theme is very inspiring this year. The Lost and Found, really think it is a great theme. And what I was saying, like the Lost, the Found makes a great loop already. And you can imagine so many situation games, and it's really a great inspiring theme.
Definitely, yeah. So Virtuos is on board as a diversifier sponsor. Can you talk a little bit about the diversifier that you came up with and what you're hoping to see from that, maybe?
Oh, yeah. So about the diversifier, sorry, and being part of it is really want to be part of it and to have, say, to offer a bit to the world what the jammers can do with our support. And it's really exciting because it's the opportunity to meet so many different people from all over the world with different creativity and patience. So that's really what we really want to have access to and to be a part of. And really eager to see test the game at the end of this jam.
Yeah, for sure. That's always the fun part, is seeing what people created and what came out of it, and the unexpected things that you have your own ideas about maybe what a game could be based on the theme, but people always are way more creative than I am and come up with some really amazing ideas for their games. Is this the first time that you've been involved with Global Game Jam, or have you seen it in the past? Or
the first time as an organizer, and the last time I participate as a jammer, it was in 2016. And I remember the theme, if I'm correct, was Ritual. And yeah, I was amazed by the diversity of the games that was released from this team. Sorry. So yeah, always a great surprise to see how creative people can be in such a short time, and it's really inspiring. I'm also, as a game designer, when you go back to work, you have plenty of new ideas, and it gives a kind of boost. When you are full in a long term production, the Global Game Jam really is a boost. You come back with a fully energized and believe in creativity. So thank you for making this thing possible. It's really great.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. Even as an organizer, it's something that I looked forward to every year. It's a lot of work on our end, but it really starts off the year on a great note with just everybody seeing all the energy and all the people excited about it. And we have a lot of people. I'm here in Seattle, Washington, in the United States, and we usually have a couple hundred people that get together and it's always a very like energizing experience, even as an organizer, just to see all that creativity that comes out of the people and what they create and how excited they are. And it's I wish we got to do that in person this year, but it's still like I'm still glad we're doing the online version and we're getting to provide something for people that they're needing at this time, I think.
Exactly, and I was surprised by the willingness of people of doing it, even if it's 100% online in remote, because my memory was based on gathering people together and live this experience together. But as we now experience to work in remote, it feels natural also to be able to develop the game for the global in remote too. And I was really surprised in the good way to see how many people were in want to participate to this event this year. So it's great. And I think because we are living through a difficult period and it's all over the world. So we are maybe even more in want to create game, and also we can be somewhere proud to be delivering some entertainment to the rest of the world. So video games is a really great media to make this this period more livable.
Yeah, I agree, and it's been like interesting to see how it's bringing people together from all over the world. Really, like normally you're focused in your local area and working with the people in your area, and that's a big part of Global Game Jam, is creating that feeling of community. But we're sort of doing that on a even more global scale and really getting the global aspect of Global Game Jam more this year, with people being able to collaborate virtually in different parts of the world and seeing like how they are being creative together and finding ways to work together in different areas and make games together. It's a way to keep people connected when we're not able to connect in person.
Totally agree. It's great.
How has the experience been as an organizer for you? I guess how has that been different than being a participant?
Yeah. It's really different. I mean, to be honest, yes, there's some bit of stress before the event, because you want to be sure that the jammers will be able to make the game in the best conditions as possible. So you work for that. It's different. As a jammer, you really crave for your game to be great and enjoyable. As an organizer, is you spend your energy and time to make sure that the jammers can do their game, and it is great. I really just cross my finger everything goes as smooth as possible during those 48 hours, but it's starting well, so it's good. So far, so good.
Yeah, that's good to hear. I mean, typically I find the same thing, is there's a lot of work at the beginning and then some at the end, but at the middle, the jammers kind of just take over and do their thing, and you're just mostly answering a few questions here and there and shepherding them along to, enjoy the process as much as they can. Sometimes we encourage people to like not try so hard to finish their game and just sort of enjoy the process and meet people and make friends and learn more about their skill set, and possibly become interested in starting a new career in game development. And I know that's something that your company helps people with, is making a career. So if somebody was interested in finding out more about your services and what you can provide, and where would they go to find out about that, and what can they learn more about Virtuos as a company? And
yes, it's true. You become somehow a witness and a master of ceremony for the jammers. For people that are interested to know more about Virtuos, I encourage them to look at our website. We have the opportunity for the Virtuos site to also display a small speech about what we do and how we do it. What I could say for people who are interested is there is a great diversity of jobs, but also of projects. I used to work on different studios, and something that is very unique at Virtuos is you can work on several AAA games in the same year, and it is really something unique. You will work for several months on a great game, and then you can switch to another one with another client and another great studio, and it feels really it's great to be there and to learn all the time. So we have all the jobs and roles. So it can be developer, game designer, artist, and they all find an environment that is very supportive, but also very you learn a lot, and you have a great diversity of projects and amazing projects to work on. So really great.
Yeah, that is great. I mean, typically, if you work at just one AAA studio, you may be working on the same title for, multiple years at a time, and there's a chance it might not even ship at some point. So at least if in that situation you're getting the experience of working on multiple titles and maybe, shipping multiple titles a year, and that's really a great way to build a portfolio and a resume if you do want to move on to like maybe just working for a singular studio at some point, or just sounds like a really great way to build your skills on a lot of different titles and genres.
Yeah, you really have the opportunity to improve your skills, definitely. And there are juniors and seniors, and really act like a team. So everybody is focused on delivering the best game. So, and to make sure our client is satisfied or even exceed their expectation. So it feels great. The only thing I would say is we are part of, are more in the shadow that, big names, because we are working for big names. But it feels really great to be in that position too.
Yeah, and that's one of the great things that we see coming out of events like Global Game Jam is people that may be uncertain of their abilities or just want to try out making a game and seeing what that would be like, come and spend the 48 hours working with a team and, learn something new or try new things. They get more confident that they can actually be a game developer, and they start, pursuing it more fully, and they go on to get jobs in the industry or, start a new studio with their friends that they met at the jam and work on a game based on the jam. We had a few people on yesterday talking about games that they made at Global Game Jam that went on to be actual releases. So those instances are somewhat rare, but also it's great to see it when it happens,
Yeah, everybody hopes it a bit, when you start a jam, to say, hey, if my game is so good, maybe we can make it after a while. Actually, it doesn't happen for me and my team, but we had the opportunity to finish it after a while, and we were really happy to be able to play to it. And in the end, what also I like is having people to be able to play to your game, to give you feedback, because when you work for 48 hours, you are in a kind of bubble. And at the end, when you can test other games and you have people and say, oh, this part, yeah, it's really fun, it's like, oh, great. Yeah, that's why I spent those last 48 hours. And what could I add also is because of this experience of working for a short time, what also I do like with Virtuos is something really unique also now in the industry, even if it's getting better, is we never crunch. And, it is something that you can really enjoy with the time. And this is also why I enjoy now the game jam is totally different. It's like, okay, I can spend 48 hours. It's my own decision and it's for my own pleasure and to share with other people. But I like the fact that at work, you can have a family and you can have a personal life. And this great balance must be achieved. And I hope it will be the case for all the studios really soon.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, that's great to hear that your company doesn't crunch, because that's a huge problem in the industry right now. Obviously, that has been ongoing, and hopefully we'll have some movement on getting solutions to that so people don't have to experience that and can enjoy a great work-life balance and have a good career in the industry and move forward. I mean, it is a little weird to be saying that while we're talking about a game jam, which is, an intense experience, but also, like you said, it's something that you do voluntarily, and it's meant to be fun, and like hopefully people aren't taking it too seriously and like expecting their game to be like hugely successful. It's more about the process and the friends you make and the experience you have rather than the actual game that you make in the end. I mean, the games are a fun product of it, but it's also about the community and the friendship and the memories as well.
Yeah, you have the point. I really value more the memories I have from the jam than the game itself. So if it can be a message, focus on the experience. The game is only, I would say, a purpose to a fun making game.
Yeah, totally agree. Do you have any memories that stick out that you can recall, or?
Few of them, but I remember that we switched. The game was supposed to be a turn-based game, and we made the playtest, the first test, and one of the developers comes with the fact that it wasn't working at all with this formula. So I search and say, yeah, you're right. There is this huge, I would say, problem. And so we do what we shouldn't never do. So we say, okay, let's do it real time now, and it will fix the issue. It fixed the issue, but it creates so many more that after a while it was really a mess, but new mess. So, but we had really great fun. At the end, we were really laughing, and it was also a great lesson to say, okay, stick with. Try to find the solution to your to the problems that you are facing during the development, but really take the time before choosing the solution, because you need to, I would say, somehow imagine what could be the side effect of this new solution. But there was really a great spirit, so it was great.
Yeah, changing your main game mechanic mid-jam is always risky. But it's also just important to keep in mind to like be play testing all the time and asking for feedback as much as you can and getting that feedback and making decisions on the fly. It's sort of like a very compressed version of making a big game. Like you always want to be making sure that what you're intending to be fun and enjoyable about the game is actually fun and enjoyable for people to play.
Yeah, to focus on an MVP as soon as possible, and really to give some time to iterate, because your game will never be good as at first. So you really need to iterate to make it better and better. And usually you have an idea of what you can do. You have this kind of hope that the scope in your head can be feasible. And in the end, you need to shrink. And yeah, it's better sometimes to stay a bit more humble and to focus on the really core product, and then to have the time to iterate and make it, let's say, better. And yeah, to have the time to gather the feedback and not to rush to import and to let's say, to gather all the assets and code at the very last minute. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any advice or anything for people who are maybe looking to use the gym as a way to network or make their start into a career in games?
That's a very good question. I would say, whatever the games that you are doing, if you want to use the jam as as a support for your career, and you are, let's say, a developer, your game should support your main area. So you could say, oh, maybe I would say the sound is not that great, but I don't care, because what you did as a developer is really interesting. And also, I would say, be creative, whatever your area, because in this industry, even if we value creativity, we know that in the global game jam, it's definitely the opportunity to be to think outside of the box and to deliver some unexpected experience. So focus on that. Be original. Sometime when I used to work in the editorial part, even with a raw prototype or even in a game concept, you can feel when there is love in the project. So I would say, put some love in your project, and players or employer can see that.
Yeah, I really like that. That's great advice. We're getting close to the end of our time here. Do you have any last words of wisdom or anything you'd like to say about your company or how people can get in touch with you and follow you online?
You can type Virtuos on a website and check on our website. You also can get in touch with our HR. They are really nice people, and we'll help you to find the best jobs that fit with your skills. And for the last advice with the jammers is, chill, have fun, and get hydrated. It's really important.
That's great advice. Thank you for joining us today, Nicholas, and thanks again to Virtuos for being a diversifier sponsor for Global Game Jam Online this year.
Thank you very much, team, and good luck and good fun to all the jammers.
All right, yeah, we'll be back with streaming from one of our other sites around the world in a few minutes. Thanks, everybody.